Hi guys, this is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 15, the latest Sister Wives episode called Faith Can Move Mountains. In this episode, Meri talks about how her legal divorce to Kody in 2014 so he could marry Robyn messed her up mentally. Robyn and her girls go church shopping, and Christine has more wedding events. Two of these storylines I could do without. The episode begins in Parowan, Utah with Meri, and surprise, surprise, she has more friends over. Again, these are friends we've actually never seen, and they're talking about, Kody and Meri signage and breaking it down or whatever. And for some reason, Meri's fully into the innuendos this season, so her friend says, well, screw that. And Meri's like, well, I didn't for a very long time. And they all laugh, and Meri is going for the Comedian of the Year this season or something. I don't know, like all the jokes. And oh dear God, it's the worst storyline of all time. Robyn is bringing her daughters to look at different churches, for where they can meet a boy or something, because it seems like that's the idea here. That is what they're doing this for. So they meet with this co-pastor and some lady at the church, blah, blah, blah. They're very inclusive and nice. No idea if they decided to go here. Back at Meri's, she is now talking about how 6 months after her legal divorce to Kody, he stopped going over to her house really after that and was kind of maybe putting on a facade to make sure that she was going to go through with it, maybe? I mean, that's my opinion. And part of her wonders if he had this big plan in mind. I mean, basically, maybe she thinks he manipulated the whole situation and made it look like it was her idea. Honestly, I always thought this situation was highly suspect, the way it all happened. She said that even though it was just the legal divorce aspect, not the spiritual one, she felt like she was ending the whole marriage emotionally at the time. She says that she felt guilty for feeling that and insinuates that other members of the family kept telling her she was wrong for thinking like that. Robyn. Probably, I mean. This to me was the best part of the episode. Meri is finally thinking back with a fresh look, Well, I also hope no one's eating right now because you may vomit at this next little segment, but Kody says that they were just shuffling paper. And after that paper signing, they left Robyn and went to dinner. He gave her a special ring, and they probably went home and made love. Meri is offended that he would even bring that up. She says she guarantees that he would not talk about that stuff with his current wife, Robyn. I have no idea why Kody felt the need to let us know that, to prove a point or something, that he actually was into it. Christine says that through the year, Robyn would talk about other families where the man divorced the first wife and married the second legally to adopt her kids. And Christine thought that this was a plant of some kind, although maybe Meri didn't see it like that. And Robyn mentioned that many times over the years. Robyn says that's an absolute lie. She never ever said that and doesn't know any family that has that situation. So someone is lying here, but who is it? We need to know. I almost wish they asked Meri and Janelle if Robyn ever brought this up so we could get to the bottom of who's lying. Who do you guys think is lying? And back to the church storyline, Robyn explains to the guy that her girls don't want polygamy, and to be honest, all this information we already knew, so why are we watching this? And Christine says she doesn't subscribe to any church anymore, just believes in being a good person. Then Robyn says that if she had a guarantee that it would be beneficial, she would do plural marriage again. So it's never happening, because how can you get a guarantee that a marriage will work out? What are you going to do? Get a psychic? Make her write a contract of some kind? Then Christine tried on her wedding dress. This was the one she basically had custom made. Her daughters are there, including Gwendolyn, who is looking in virtually. Christine loves her dress, and Kody admits that plural wives dream of big weddings, but the church is so concerned about the law getting involved that they were always dumbed down to the point where his dad didn't even go to his third wedding. So I guess to Christine, because it just wasn't like important enough for him to show up, which is weird, to be honest. He says he hopes Christine has a huge wedding. And I actually thought it was a really nice thing for him to say, that he hopes that she gets the dream she always wanted. And now we have two parties for the rest of the episode going on, and the show kind of cuts from one to the other. One is Meri's housewarming party in Parowan. She's actually considering changing her name to Meri Davenport because that was her grandma's last name or something. She's considering it, and I think it's a bad idea, to be honest, because people know her as Meri Brown. The party includes a puppy party, and overall, Meri is just settling into her new life in Parowan. So yeah, I don't think Davenport is the right move for her though. Robyn and the girls now are going to a church service, and Robyn starts to talk about how she's hearing feedback from the family. Feedback is definitely putting it nicely or mildly. It is not feedback, but probably more like harsh criticism, hate. I mean, Aurora then returns and says that she cried a lot during the service. She's overwhelmed by the vibe or something. I guess the crying may be genetic. And dear God, we have another Christine wedding event, a bridal shower. Janelle is showing up to all these things and acting like her best to be supportive. They play this game, you know, the standard Q&A thing about knowing the couple. And David is helping people cheat because people don't really know him that well. But Christine is like, David never cheats. How does she know in like the 10 seconds they've been knowing them? And in the final scene, they complain about how Kody used to hog the luggage rack on vacations. There's this whole thing about how now David immediately puts Christine's luggage on the rack, which is considered a pretty big win for David here. Kody says that's a petty thing. But overall, that was the episode, guys. What did you guys think about season 19, episode 15, the whole church shopping storyline? Not my favorite, gotta say. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.